They say some wounds heal with time, but some betrayals cut so deep, they change you forever. My name is Ethan Cole. I'm 45 now, and for nearly 2 decades, I was married to a woman I believed I'd grow old with. Her name is Vanessa, and for a long time, I thought we were building something solid, raising 2 beautiful kids. A clever, sarcastic 14-year-old daughter and a sweet, sensitive 10-year-old son. We weren't perfect, but we worked hard to be good parents. Still, good parenting can't patch up a marriage that's quietly unraveling. The first real fracture came after our son was born. Vanessa struggled emotionally. Her doctor said it was likely postpartum depression. I did what I thought was right. Picked up the slack, changed diapers, managed midnight feedings, did the cooking and cleaning so she could rest. I thought we were making it through. Then, one Saturday, she told me she needed a break, a day to herself. I didn't hesitate. I encouraged her to take it. But when she came home that night, something in her had shifted. She avoided my eyes. After the kids were asleep, she sat me down and dropped a bomb on our marriage. I slept with someone, she whispered, trembling. Just like that, no build-up, no warning. I sat in silence, numb. She said it was some stranger from a bar, blamed her mental state, claimed it was a moment of confusion. And despite everything in me screaming otherwise, I forgave her. I told myself it was a mistake, that she regretted it. We never brought it up again. For 10 whole years, we swept it under the rug, pretending it never happened. I hoped time would dull the pain. Didn't. Years passed. I built a successful tech security firm. My schedule was airtight, my life organized to the minute. I was up by 6, in the office by 10, gym at 6 in the evening. My days were so routine, people joked I could be tracked like a satellite. And then, one Tuesday afternoon, everything unraveled. A call came in from my neighbor, Mark. He's not the type to spread rumors. Ethan, he said cautiously, I don't want to stir things up, but I've seen a black Tacoma parked outside your house a few times. Always when you're usually gone. Today I saw the guy get out. Something just didn't feel right. I tried to tell myself it was nothing. A delivery, a friend maybe. But my gut told a different story. I left work early, parked a few houses down, and walked the rest of the way in silence. The moment I stepped inside, I knew. The air smelled different, thick cologne, unfamiliar. A man's tie dangled from the staircase. 2 shoes sat outside the bedroom door. Then I heard the unmistakable creaking of our bed. Her voice, soft, breathy, carried down the hall. I walked toward the sound, door wide open. They didn't even have the decency to hide it. She looked up, startled. He tried to flee. I stepped aside and landed a punch square to his jaw. He stumbled back onto the bed. She screamed, clutching a sheet. I didn't shout. I didn't rage. I simply looked at her and said, "This is over. We're done. And I promise you'll regret this." I walked out, drove back to work, finished my day in a daze. That night I booked a hotel room and drank until my thoughts blurred. But I didn't stay broken. The next morning I called my lawyer and started the process. I had proof, security footage, neighbor testimony, her history. I wasn't going to let her play the victim again. I got full custody of the kids. Bought a new house in a quiet, gated community. My daughter cried when I told her, but when she heard the truth, she chose to stay with me. My son followed without really understanding why. I shielded them from her manipulation. Vanessa begged for another shot, claimed she wasn't thinking straight, said I'd become emotionally distant. I didn't even bother answering. When she showed up at my office crying, I had security escort her out. She wrote long letters full of guilt and nostalgia. I handed them to my lawyer unread. Her lover vanished, ghosted her before the ink on the divorce papers even dried. She lost the house, the family, everything. Me? I moved forward. About half a year later, I met someone new. Lauren. She was a marketing consultant working with one of my firm's clients. Smart, confident, funny, completely different from the woman I once married. We had dinner one night and ended up talking for hours. No games, no drama, just an honest, easy connection. For the first time in years, I felt seen, not tolerated. Not used. Just seen. Vanessa found out I was seeing someone. She called me crying, saying she missed me and the kids, begged to meet. Claimed therapy had changed her. I told her I was busy and hung up. She appeared at our daughter's soccer game days later, looking like she hadn't slept in a week. She waved weakly. Our daughter didn't wave back. She walked over to me instead. "Do I have to talk to her?" she asked. I knelt beside her. "Only if you want to, not because she wants to feel better about herself." Vanessa waited by the fence, watching like a stranger. In the parking lot, she tried again. "Just 5 minutes, Ethan, please." I looked her in the eyes, calm. "You had 17 years, and you threw it all away twice. I don't hate you, Vanessa. I just don't care anymore." That was the last time I saw her face to face. She still sends emails. Some sound sorry, others bitter. A few pretend like nothing ever happened, as if we're still on friendly terms. I don't read them. I have them sent straight to a folder my attorney handles. These days, Lauren and I are 9 months in. My kids love her. She's not trying to replace their mother. She just shows up, patiently, every day. We spend weekends hiking, building Lego castles, watching old 80s flicks. My son's learning to code. My daughter wants to start a podcast. The house is filled with noise again, the good kind. Laughter, music, hope. I'm not the same man I was during my marriage. I'm stronger now, wiser, clearer on what I want and what I'll never allow again. If Vanessa stood in front of me today, asking for closure, for words, I'd say nothing, because I already said everything that mattered the day I walked out. Sometimes, forgiving someone once shows strength, but walking away after the second betrayal? That's wisdom, and I've never been wiser than the day I chose peace over pain.